obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game. You know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. With it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. With it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha, ha. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice not. Underground and I'm ice hot. What rap my age to keep the mic hot? Ha, ha. Couple hip hop butter beans. Big sluggers move with me, it's a gutter team. I love women who know the boom from the back. OG still could fill a room when he rap. Mike Blessing in a recession is food giving back to occupy labels that move, didn't wax now. Here come Bumpy on a primo track to represent hip hop from where we go back.
Come on with it.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Chicago right now. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Dunleavy in the 3 slot.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Over in the corner, Barnes. It's stolen by Dunleavy. And Noah with the slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, wow. It's a beautiful jam. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? And he sinks the second.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
And, oh, here we go.
Oh. Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
So it's Chicago now, trailing by 2. Noah, the pass to Gasol. Warriors with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Green kicks to Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
How in in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Rose with the ball. Bogut picks him up. And stolen by Barnes. Thompson for the triple. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. Bulls trail by 5. They need this. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Ezeli comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Iritic comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose.
Out of bounds.
Butler with the steal. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. The kick out to Spates. Cannot hit. And it's Chicago the other way.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Livingston. The shot no good. Great D that time from Gibson. And Heinrich gets it to go down on the assist by Brooks. Heinrich's got his first 2 points. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clarkie came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And stolen by Spates. Up the floor. Brooks on the double team. And Leandro Barbosa again.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
The drive by Brooks. And the rejection by Ezeli. Iguodala, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul.
Now into the lineup for the Bulls.
With 1 on the clock. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Bulls out front, up 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors, girls.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And so it's Golden State with it after the Bulls pick up 2. It's Curry with the drive. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And 11 points for Steph Curry. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Oh, Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Chicago making a switch here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Warriors trailed by 4. Curry against Brooks. Curry can't get it to go.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Now Curry. After Aaron Brooks' three-pointer didn't go. Misses the wing J.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Curry with another miss.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Stolen by Brooks. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors trail by 7. It's Iguodala with the drive. Gibson with the steal. Heinrich inside the three-point line. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. 1:04 left in the first half. Here is Livingston. Brooks covering. The drive by Iguodala. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Taj Gibson picks one up. It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola, and it's Carroll in at the 3 slot. Here's Rose, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, Clark. A big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well.
Shooting for Chicago. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Out to DeRozan. All alone. Outside Lowry. The tray. The offensive rebound. And Carroll gets it to go.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Rose. He trains the quick shot.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Shot's good. Valanciunas has got his first basket. Rose attacking. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Noah kicks to Dunleavy. And the Bulls get it back. The kick out to Rose. Second shot opportunity. The shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Now the Raptors moving it up. And Carroll gets it to go.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Gasol, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, that actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Brooks checked in for Rose. The Raptors also with a sub. Ross, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Here's Butler, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
The Bulls making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Raptors also changing it up. Biyombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Biyombo. Banked in off the glass.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now here's Joseph. Defense is right there. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Fires from 18. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Aren't there yet in the quarter.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach, really known as a defensive specialist. But once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
So it's Toronto now. Patterson dishes to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Biyombo, no luck.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Snell, that's good.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Raptors lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Toronto.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Bulls trail by 4.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Scola out there with DeMarre Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Well, for a long time, Greg, the Raptors didn't have a lot of nationally broadcast games in the U.S. Seemed like a forgotten team at times, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what? A playoff drought is one of the ways that ended that factor. Also, the team plays an exciting brand of basketball. They're a division winner to go along with that, so you start adding those things up, and you see why the Raptors continue to get more and more coverage nationally.
Fast break, Toronto. Lowry's got the ball. And finished off by DeRozan.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bulls trail by 7. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Well, last year Toronto won their division and got bounced down in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
Dunleavy's shot is off. Raptors leading by 4. Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooks checked in for Butler. Screen by Scola. Outside Lowry. From past the arc. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Lowry. And that's now 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Tony Snell's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Here's Brooks. Again, the miss by Brooks.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
No, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Heinrich. DeRozan passes to Carroll. Ross for 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Raptors leading by 7. For the 3. And it's DeRozan missing. Bulls have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Throws up on the block. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Snell's got 5. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Patterson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. It's tipped on the wing. Johnson. From deep. The rebound by Gibson. Three-pointer, Butler. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
You got the you gonna be on that partner later on.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
I know you awake
The second half about to start here in just a few moments.
It's a little burger joint called Tom.
Kind of like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
I'll tell you what, he put together
burgers
an
in them
entire
they look
highlight
like they're
reel
homemade.
in that first half. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
Other teams have done Levy on the perimeter.
You win.
Before it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Rose in at the point guard. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession.
Yeah, I'm about co-worker. He bought 2K last night.
Outside Butler, 5 to shoot.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Nice deep from Valanciunas.
I just already come. But
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Lowry.
And at 12.
On the wing, DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it.
Like, you know, because I'm still on the Microsoft, I can put on TV.
That's how you win games.
And that's what the pump fakes there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it. Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah.
Johnson is checked in for Toronto. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
I'm at the crib.
And Lowry gets double teamed.
I got you.
So we got. Yeah.
What?
I know I'm in. Right, bro. That's it.
So it's Toronto now.
All right.
Johnson outside. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Butler. Bulls trailed by 11. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last.
You what is it? You All-Star 1, Luke, or you All-Star 2?
1.
Last 11 seasons last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin had that interdivision matchup in their first round against up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Dunleavy, and it's blocked by DeRozan. And again, Toronto running the court in transition. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Huh?
Lowry's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto.
Soft
What school you
touch
at
on
to?
both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark,
You
when
telling
he
me?
threw the pass, I
Yeah.
didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
Missouri.
Guys, you know what? Neither did the defense. I
Missouri,
don't think they had
Missouri,
a
or like a other school.
It's stolen by
Missouri.
Johnson.
I like it's a D1,
Fast
but
break,
yeah,
Toronto.
not Missouri.
Butler with the steal.
It's a D1. It's like a low
And oh,
D1.
here we go. Dunleavy's
Oh,
got the
okay.
fast break chance.
We made,
What you like?
we made,
Nice D from Valanciunas.
if we would make the tournament this year, we can play on TV.
Oh, okay, what you like a sophomore?
Yeah.
+8 in the rebound.
I was in Michigan last year. I was in Michigan last year. I was talking to the Bills.